we've heard when it comes to a lot of questions about power outages, when we'll get power back, when we'll get water back. And uniquely to us, there is a graphic going around, a social media post going around that we put together from Hurricane Zeta about when power will be back.
And people are sharing that?
So so it showed power being out until November, late October. And it, of course, has our watermark on it and our logo on it because it was good information last year.
Yeah.
But if you see that now,
start timestamping all of those, but.
Yeah, there's no estimate right now. They would need 4 to 5 days. They're surveying the entire area to figure out where exactly to go.
Here's a look at the outage map. They just pulled it up for us here. This is a look at the Entergy outage map, and I mean it's the entire area with the. It looks like there might be some people with power. Is that the French Quarter?
No, so the French Quarter shows up green on the Entergy outage map because it's on a little bit of a different grid. It's out of power, but the power lines in the French Quarter are buried. So they get kind of a different signal for the outage map from that. But everything in New Orleans, as far as I know, everything in JP, everything in St. Charles, basically the entire South Shore is without power right now. And if you do have power, consider yourself extremely lucky. And will be likely for weeks, if not a whole month. From what we've heard from officials so far, the month timeline is very likely, and I think they're doing that to be realistic and conservative. You know, it could be maybe you'll get power back in a couple weeks if you're very lucky. Maybe in a week or so if you're very lucky, but I would count on not having power for at least a month.
Well, there's now almost 800,000 people without power across the whole state. Of course, the majority of them in our area. But if you are someone who evacuated and haven't been paying attention to every single step of the way with this Entergy situation, it kind of sounds complicated from the outside, and what exactly is going on and what kind of elements are going to be required to bring this back. And I'm going to reference something that I actually saw Helena Moreno, Councilwoman Helena Moreno, put on Instagram earlier that I found very helpful, that there are really 3 components to what is happening here. There is the power plant generation, that's part 1 of the Entergy, the Entergy flow, I guess I should say. Part 2 is the transmission tower and lines, and part 3 is the distribution lines. And that's actually the wires that we see that bring it directly to your home. And there is damage at all 3 of those levels. So right now what we're seeing, we actually have, I've seen Entergy guys out there trying to get lines off of trees and off of roads and string those back up, but there is, it's going to be a long time before all 3 components of that puzzle for Entergy are back together. And as Sam mentioned, it could be a month or more. So another reason why, if you have evacuated and you have power and you're safe where you are, it is wise to stay.